In a small, peaceful village, there lived an old woman with silver hair, gentle eyes, and a smile that never seemed to disappear. She lived alone, without children, and her husband had passed away many years before. Still, she never complained about the life she had. Life in the village was difficult. When the rains failed, crops dried, families struggled, and worried faces could be seen everywhere. Among those struggling families was Radha, a young mother whose children were hungry, while she waited anxiously for better days. Her husband had gone to the city searching for work, but no money or message had arrived. Frightened, Radha decided to seek help. Radha finally reached the old woman beneath the banyan tree. With tears in her eyes, she sat beside her, carrying a heart full of fear. Radha told her everything. Her husband had gone to the city, but he had sent no money, and she feared he might never return. The old woman listened quietly, then gently explained that our thoughts can either make our hearts heavier or give us the strength to face difficult times. Radha looked confused. How could she possibly think positively when her children were hungry, her husband was away, and tomorrow felt so uncertain? Instead of giving Radha an easy answer, the old woman smiled and said, "Let me tell you a story about a man who believed he had nothing. Once, there was a poor man who had nothing, no food, no money, and no family. Feeling completely hopeless, he sat beside a river and cried. An old woman passing by noticed his tears and stopped to ask what was wrong. The man looked up and told her about his painful life. The old woman gently asked him to look around. He still had the river, the trees, the sunlight, and the beauty of life surrounding him. For the first time, the man stopped focusing on everything he lacked. He began noticing the simple beauty that had been around him all along. Something changed inside him. His problems were still there, but his heart felt lighter, and for the first time in a long while, he smiled. From that day forward, the man began living differently. He worked harder, noticed opportunities, helped others, and slowly rebuilt the hope he had lost. The old woman looked at Radha and explained that the man's life had not changed through magic. His thinking had changed first, and everything followed. Radha's circumstances might not change immediately, she explained, but positive thinking could make her heart stronger and help her face each challenge. Radha returned home with a lighter heart. She still had problems to face, but now she had hope, courage, and a reason to keep going. From that morning on, Radha began each day with one simple thought: today will be a good day. Then she worked hard and cared for her children. Days passed, and Radha continued working with patience. Her problems had not disappeared, but fear no longer controlled her heart or her actions. Then, after several weeks of waiting, something unexpected happened. A village messenger arrived at Radha's home carrying a letter from her husband. Her husband had found a job in the city and had sent money home. Radha's eyes filled with happy tears as she realized their situation was finally improving. Overjoyed by the news, Radha hurried back to the banyan tree. She wanted to thank the old woman who had helped her find hope when she needed it most. The old woman smiled and reminded Radha that problems would always come, but a hopeful heart could give us the strength to overcome them. Soon, her wisdom spread throughout the village. People began changing their thoughts, helping one another, and facing life's difficulties with courage, hope, and faith. Remember, your life begins to change when your mindset changes. Focus on hope, face challenges with courage, and never stop believing in better days.